Oh, wrong one. Hi, everybody. There we go. That's better. So, oh, that's where my sweater went. I am dead tired. Work is kicking my butt right now. Ow, ow, ow. So, I don't have the energy to play any video games tonight, which is weird for me because I always have, alright, energy to play video games. But not tonight. I am so tired and exhausted and just mentally done. And it's probably gonna be like this for the rest of the week. My hair is all crazy now. I'm going out of town next week to spend time with family for the holidays, so I'm having to kick butt at work now. That way, when I come back, we're not in a bad spot. Hi, Teddy. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to the stream? You want to say hi? No, you want your treat. You want your little toy, huh? Say hi, everybody. Oh, you're so fluffy. You know what? No, this is what I needed in my life today. I just need to hold the teddy bear. No, Teddy, let me hold you. Like, fine, I'll take my toy and go. I don't know if the camera's picking him up or not. But anyway, work kicked my butt. And then there was a major accident on the freeway that was so bad that it was blocking up 2 other freeways. So like I had to take 3 freeways to get to and from work. The second freeway I got on was backed up to the entrance when I got on it. So I took the frontage roads all the way home, and I stopped at the bank because I needed quarters to do some laundry. And I was like, okay, maybe it'll lighten up by then. The frontage road had lightened up a little bit. Teddy, no, this is my dinner. I'm starving. It had lightened up a little bit by the time I was out of the bank. So I was like, okay, I'll just take the frontage road all the way home. Then I looked down the clock, and I'd been driving for a fucking hour. It usually takes about 30, 45 minutes to get home from work. So I'm like, you know what? One of my coworkers recently gave me a gift card to Taco Bell because I guess they got it as a gift and they don't like Taco Bell. And I haven't been to Taco Bell in forever. I'm starving. I'm tired. My stream is super late. I'm gonna stop by Taco Bell and hopefully traffic's done by then. Nope. I proceeded to take the I proceeded to take Taco Bell the rest of the way home. The frontage roads. I came home, immediately changed out of my work clothes and got into something comfy. Let Teddy out, did his business. Teddy's not even going for a walk tonight. I'm so tired. I'm sorry, puppers. It's true. But I'll throw you a toy. So yeah, this week, expect me to either do just chatting streams or low-level intelligence games. And I was trying to think of what games that would be. I was like, I can play Apex. But I was like, no, Apex. Well, I don't get tilted in that game. If I'm not taking it I don't usually take Apex seriously, but the new map that is so beautiful and gorgeous requires more effort for me to learn how to play than I have right now. So I decided no on the Apex, and I was like, okay, then we'll do. And I started to think Overwatch. I was like, girl, you do not hate yourself that much to do that to yourself right now. I was like, fine, I can do Dead by Daylight. But Dead by Daylight, when you come down to it, requires a lot of mind gaming. And I just don't have that willpower right now. Like, even now, I have a massive headache. And if it wasn't for the fact that Teddy has to stay locked up when I'm not home, I would be taking away this loud-ass toy. I just feel so bad for him. But anyways, I've been, sorry, I'm starving. I've been training someone new at work, like the last, I want to say month now. Has it really been a month? When did she start sitting with me? It was before Halloween. It might be a month now. I don't know. Time just fades in my head at this point. But she's been sitting with me, and usually when you have a new person sitting with you, okay, that's about to get cold. I should not have turned the AC on. Look at me. To be fair, it's like 70 in Houston right now. Humidity's not too bad, but still. When you have a new person sitting with you, they want to talk and get to know you and stuff. So she asks a lot of questions, and granted, I ask her questions too about her life and everything. But we've been talking a lot about my upbringing, my brother, my mom, all that fun stuff because, like I said, I'm going out of town next week. Yes, also on that note, I'm going to try and stream next Monday, the 23rd, but there will be no streams between the 24th and the 28th. But you can go to my YouTube channel. Hopefully, those videos will be ready and up on my normal streaming scheduled times. We'll see. Anyway, so I've been talking a lot about my family and stuff. And I'm really close with my family. Like, I don't talk to my brother as much as I wish I could, because we both have our own lives and everything, but me and my brother used to be incredibly close. A lot closer than we are now, but to not be able to see them whenever I want is kind of like, it's just really hard on me a lot of times. So, like, if I was a sim, I would, and you have to pick those 3 traits. The first 3 I'd pick for myself is family-oriented, lazy, and bookworm. Those are the 3. I mean, there's more, obviously, but Sims only gives you 3, so those are the 3 I'd pick. So I finally get to see my mom, my brother, and my sister-in-law. And this is how long it's been since I've seen my brother and my sister-in-law. Last time I saw my brother and sister-in-law, they were dating. They weren't even engaged to be married. It has been that long. They've been married for over a year now, and they got engaged a couple months after the last time I saw my brother. Now, me, my mom, my brother, and my sister-in-law have not all been in the same place since Christmas of 2016? No, I graduated in 2015. So Zach would have graduated in 2017. So Christmas 2017 was the last time we were all in the same place. It's been 3 years since we've all been together. Like, I saw my mom a couple months ago, as you guys know, because she streamed with me. The last time I saw my brother was, let's see, we're in 2020, Labor Day 2019. And he was, I don't even think he was engaged yet. No, he had to have been engaged. Because they got married in November 2019. Or September. I don't know. Dates hurt my head. But, thinking of all this has reminded me of some stuff that has become like family jokes. So, my mom has a reputation, which I think is super fun to tease her, because there's actually, I don't think there's anything wrong with where the story is going. I don't think there's any, okay. So, this is just start. Teddy, no, that's my dinner. Please, leave the chicken quesadilla alone. My mom, for the longest time growing up, whenever we do our family gatherings, everybody's in charge of bringing something. And my mom was always in charge of desserts. So we just stop at Save Mart, Safeway. Out here in Texas, that would be like Kroger or H-E-B, and pick up a dessert. Well, one year, I don't remember if, maybe that's what I should have called this. What came first, the turkey or the turtle? Maybe I'll do that in post. One year for Thanksgiving, my mom, I think the turtle came first. Because I think the turkey was the final straw. Okay, so Christmas one year, my mom went to Save Mart and got one of those, half circle cakes. And they designed it like a cute little turtle for Christmas dessert. But because it was so cold out, we had the heater in the car on, that by the time we got to my grandma's house for Christmas, the turtle had completely melted and it was the saddest turtle ever. And so people would make fun of her nonstop for that. Go around another year, come Thanksgiving time, my mom goes full out. Like, she has extra cash and she wants to make this a special dessert. So she sees that Baskin Robbins, which they always do, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can Google it right now, has an ice cream cake that they have shaped like a Thanksgiving turkey with the little drumsticks and everything, and it is super adorable. But my dear mother, I think the desserts she did were super cute, just executed poorly, because the turtle melted. she didn't want the same situation to happen with the turkey ice cream cake because it was an ice cream cake. So she left the cake in the freezer until it was time for dessert. Anyone that is not familiar with ice cream cake, if you don't take it out at least a couple hours before you plan on eating it, you cannot eat it because it is rock solid. So this beautiful turkey ice cream cake my mom got for Thanksgiving dessert could not be eaten when we pulled it out to eat it because it was so hard. I think I might be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure we all got blow dryers to try and cool it off enough to be able to cut it up and eat it. But ever since then, my mom has lost the privilege of doing desserts for the family. So on Facebook today, I go on and I see my aunt posted a picture of said turkey cake. And they're messing and teasing around with my mom, and I pipe in saying, Mom, please tell me Zach didn't give you the responsibility of dessert this year. Because this year for Thanksgiving, we're all going to South Carolina, which is where my brother lives, to have our Thanksgiving dinner and everything. And, okay, this is, I have a story for you. My brother and my sister-in-law are preparing all the, they bought all the food and everything, and I'm gonna help prepare when I get out there, but my mom's also going out there. So I'm hoping she's not in charge of the desserts, because she doesn't need any more harassment over desserts. But I came into work on Saturday, and we had, yes, hi, can I help you? Oh, it's a candy corn. I hate candy corn. And it squeaks and my head hurts. But you're so darn cute. I came into work on Saturday, and when I got to my desk, there was an email from HR. Because we're not doing our normal Thanksgiving luncheon, because obviously COVID, you can't really have that many people grouped together for food and stuff, and there's very few people in the office as it is. They're gonna send out free turkeys to all of our employees, like it's supposed to be delivered on Wednesday or Thursday here. But I'm one person, and this is like a 10-pound turkey. I can't eat all that by myself. I don't really have any friends around here. Like, my nearest friends are in Huntsville, which is an hour and 45 minutes. Or no, it's an hour to 45 minutes drive from here. I was like, I don't want this turkey to go to waste. It's so kind of them to do this. I found out later, it's a pre-seasoned turkey, so all you gotta do is heat it up. It's already cooked. It's not even frozen turkey. So I texted in my little group chat with my mom, my brother, and my sister-in-law, guys, do you think the airline will let me bring a turkey on the plane? And they all start laughing at me, like thinking I'm crazy. My brother's words, please record it so I can laugh at you. I was tempted to. But I did a Google search, and you can take a frozen or a cooked turkey on airlines as long as it fits in your carry-on and is in a sealable container so that there is no dripping. Especially, and I searched specifically for the airline I'm taking because I'm flying American out there, and they are fine with you flying with a turkey. So don't let nobody laugh at you for the turkey situation, because they were making fun of me, and I'm like, oh. And my one of my good friends that works with me, she was sitting there as they were texting and taunting me, and she's like, no, I'm on your side, Eternity. You can definitely take a turkey on a plane. So once I sent them that, it turns out they had already bought the turkey, so I'm gonna give my friends out in Huntsville the turkey. Because they love turkey, and I'm not a big fan of turkey, if I'm honest. Not a big fan. I'm more of a ham girl on Thanksgiving. Although, when I lived back home with my mom, I would usually prepare the Thanksgiving dinners. So I know how to make a turkey and all that stuff. And my favorite, I wish I had his recipe, but when I was in high school, I was in JROTC, which for those of you that know, it's a military program in high school that helps you prepare for going into the military afterwards, and you learn leadership, land nav, all kinds of good skills that I still use today. Like, if it wasn't for JROTC, I would still be so antisocial. Like, as awkward and as much social anxiety as I get now, it was way worse before JROTC. It really brought me out of my shell. But our drill sergeant, would make this turkey for us every year, and he'd stuff it with a whole bunch of fruits. And I always thought that was so weird. And he would barbecue it, like he'd start it first thing in the morning, and then after it was always a minimum day after school. You'd go and you could pick up some turkey from him, and everyone got a little piece. And oh my god, it was the best turkey I've ever had. I wish I would have gotten him to give me his recipe because it was so good. I miss Sergeant Knudsen. Oh, okay, there was sauce on that thumb, and I just wiped it on my ear. Gross. Um, it's one of the little things that I miss from California. Although I'm not even in high school anymore, so I couldn't. But yeah, his turkeys. Oh, they were like, it wasn't Thanksgiving until you had some of Sergeant Knudsen's turkey. Teddy, can I pull that for you, or are you just gonna keep pushing it into my thigh? Okay. There's also, I remember Thanksgiving when my family lived with my mom's older sister's family. We all lived in the same house, and me and my brother have this knack for getting sick on the holidays. Like, I can remember a couple Christmases where my brother didn't get to go to my grandma's because he was homesick. For me, it was Thanksgiving. Like, I would get sick all the time on Thanksgiving, and I would stay home. And even like my birthdays too. I usually am sick on my birthdays. Like, oh my gosh, my mom and I had spent so much time planning my Sweet 16, and I didn't go crazy like a lot of those shows would have you believe. Like, 16-year-olds do. Like, I just wanted a Harry Potter themed Sweet 16. So what we did was we had it at our home, and we had the backyard was Gryffindor themed. The living room that had the fireplace was Ravenclaw themed. The kitchen was Hufflepuff themed, and the den was Slytherin themed. But I remember my mom getting so mad because we had spent so much money learning all these recipes. Like, we made homemade butterbeer and licorice wands and chocolate frogs, and we got Barry Botts every flavor beans. Ooh, excuse me. And me and my mom actually baked my cake. Like, I had drawn up a picture and designed it. It was gonna be a 4-tier cake, and each tier represented a different house and the parts of me that house went for. So like, Ravenclaw was because I was in Science Olympiad. I was on that team when I would compete in science competitions. Gryffindor was my softball because I was on softball teams. I was a softball player for a long time. Slytherin was my JRTC because it had taught me determination and showed me how to be ambitious. And my Hufflepuff, what was my Hufflepuff? What was Hufflepuff? I don't even know because I don't feel very Hufflepuffy ever. But Hufflepuff was something. Hufflepuff was something. What was Hufflepuff? If I texted my mom, I bet you she knew. Let's see if I can find a picture while I tell the story. Anywho, we had spent so much time and effort on this damn birthday. And a week before, or not even a week, maybe it was like 3 days before that, I got strep throat. Or no, it wasn't strep throat. My tonsils were swollen. That's what it was. I couldn't swallow or anything. Like, I would be babysitting my cousins, and my mom picked me up, and she was so mad that we had spent so much time on a party that we were gonna have to cancel. And so she picked me up from babysitting, and we immediately went to an urgent care. Not even like my doctor or the hospital. No, we went to an urgent care. That's how fed up she was. Like, no, this is happening. God damn it. And they examined me, and they're like, "This is the first time it's happened before." That was the second time in my entire life that my tonsils have been swollen. And I had been told that if the first time it happened, I was told that if it ever happened again, they would have to remove my tonsils. So my mom was not happy. They're like, we cannot have this major procedure right before her Sweet 16. So they just gave me a shot. I don't remember what the shot was, but they gave me the shot. And then by my birthday, I was okay, but it would still hurt to swallow a little bit. Oh, here's a Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, it's super blurry. I made a couple years ago. I don't know if the webcam will pick that up. But yeah, my mom she's not allowed to cook big family meals like that. And my mom is a goof. Like, the characters my mom loves in shows are the adorable, dorky ones that everyone appreciates, but no one would say they're favorites. Like, Okay, maybe the Minions. Yes. My mom adores Minions from Despicable Me, Tow Mater from Cars, and Donald Duck from whatever that is. This is... That's my 15th birthday, is it not? Nope, it had to be an afterwards because we were living at the other house. I'm gonna find a picture of this goddamn cake if it kills me. Because I need to know what the Hufflepuff is, because now it's killing me. But I don't know. Okay, so here's us preparing it. Nope, that's my trip to DC and New York. Oh, find it. I know I posted the picture of said cake on social media. Because we never actually made the tier cake. We just made like 4 small cakes. And each one was a different flavor. So like Gryffindor was red velvet, I believe. Hufflepuff was white chocolate. Slytherin was German chocolate, and I'm missing one. I don't even remember now. Okay. Well, here's the tattoo. We got little fake dark mark tattoos that year. Oh my gosh, it's so great. And if I had been smart, I would have planned out that tattoo. But I didn't. Okay, I think we're getting close because this is some of the decor we used. Did I pass it? I think I passed. Oh my god. There are some of the first pictures I have on my Facebook. Oh yeah, look, this is a picture of us prepping a couple days before. Look at all that fucking chocolate and the chocolate frog molds. It was ridiculous. How do I not? Okay, this is the beginning of the Gryffindor cake. My godmother was putting the gold dust on it. Let's see here. And we had little like art decals we could put on there too. It's Grandpa walking me up there. Oh, I guess I don't have it. I could have sworn I had it, but now I'm too far. That's upsetting. Man. I really wish I could remember what the Hufflepuff was. I want to say it was music, but by the time my Sweet 16 came around, I wasn't in music. And the socializing I did was for JRTC, really. But JRTC was Slytherin. I know that. Science Olympia was Ravenclaw. Softball was Gryffindor. I don't even know. It's killing me. I wish I could remember. I'm sure my mom has the picture somewhere because it was on our fridge for the longest time. Like, she really wanted to make me that cake. And couldn't. I wish, man. But, I'm also really nervous for next week because I've never flown alone. I've always flown with either, like, the first time I ever flew, it was with my school for our trip to DC and New York. And then after that, I flew with my godmother or my brother, or not my brother. I've actually never flown with my brother, now that I think about it. But I flew with my mom. So this is gonna be my first time ever flying alone. And I am so stressed about it because, like, I have to Uber to the airport, then I keep trying to book it, the Uber, and it keeps arrowing out on me, so I can't. And it's so upsetting. It's my senior year of high school, so keep going. Wait a minute, I saw a Ravenclaw picture. Are we getting close? Oh, I found a picture of the turkey I told I was talking about. The one my mom, the turkey cake that my mom got for Thanksgiving that year. You can tell how frozen it is. Ugh, it was so good when it finally thawed. Oh my gosh, all these memories. Okay, Halloween. That was a church trip. My family used to do this thing once where we'd all get together once a month and have like a family game day too. And we'd have like cook-offs. Like you'd have to use a specific ingredient and make something, and we'd all vote on it at the end to see who did it best. And I remember one year for Halloween we did candy apples, and oh, they were so freaking cute. Like I hollowed one out, and we filled it with marshmallow puff and made like a little cauldron, and it spilled over. Oh my gosh, it was so great. I'm still trying to find this goddamn cake. I'm no artist. Like, you guys saw me draw Sigma on stream. I am not good when it comes to art. But this cake, man, I really tried to get the point across. This is New York. Why are we back in New York? New York was a wild ride for me. Like, I had so much fun, but it was a little awkward for me. Because then one night, we went to a Broadway show. We got to see Wicked, and it was awesome. It was my first ever musical that I got to see, but I sprained my ankle. So I was in like a splint the entire rest of the week that we were there. And then when we came back, my teacher was so mad because he had to file a report because I had gotten hurt. This is my freshman year. This is too old. I really don't have it. I know my mom has to have it. She has to, because damn. Wow. If you go back far enough on my social medias, at least on Facebook, all you see is Harry Potter postings. Oh, me with bangs. Damn. Look at this edgy girl. This is from 2011 when my mom was gonna get married to my biological dad for the second time. Look at me being edgelord. Oh my god, and my hair's purple. I don't know if the camera's really picking that up. My hair is purple then. I'm gonna post this later. I look so. Why am I frowning so much? Like, oh my god, it's so old. And the people that commented on here, I don't even know them anymore. Yikes. Big yikes, man. Yeah, and like I said earlier, I've been feeling really nostalgic, so I've been thinking about stuff from my child. Like, look at, I actually, no, not that picture. We used to have Nerf wars with our neighborhood kids, with the people in our neighborhood. We just go around, everyone get a Nerf gun, and we just go around fighting. Oh, my first ever Facebook picture was me in my softball uniform in a house we had just moved into. Look at that. Look at that. Tiny Night Star. That's like 10-year-old me. Oh my god. Trips, man. Oh, you want to see 80s Night Star? Cause I was that kid that loved Spirit Day. That was me. I love Spirit Day. This has just turned into show and tell. Like, I show you pictures from my growing up. Wow. This is crazy. Which one of these is good? Okay, here's my brother. And he's been on stream before, so don't mind. This was my brother 10 years ago, getting ready for one of our Nerf wars. Like, we would go full out. There's my cousin. Like it's so good. That funny story about this gun that this Nerf gun my cousin's holding. It's not actually a Nerf gun. When we went to the store that day to get Nerf weapons, I wanted a Nerf shotgun. And the one I got wasn't a Nerf brand, so the entire time people would make fun of me because they're all about their Nerf or nothing. Oh yeah, look at how young I am. Look at that. Eventually my cousin Austin thought it was cool, so he switched me and I got the Nerf pistol. And those Nerf pistols could fly. Like, they flew so much further than the regular Nerf guns. It was ridiculous. Oh, this is so long ago. This is when my mom was still married to my biological dad during the second marriage. Look at baby. Oh my god, what is even happening? Bangs. I did bangs so many times in my life, and damn. Look at that. Look at that. My eyebrows. I don't even know what's happening there. Fun fact, I just brush my eyebrows occasionally. I don't do anything else to them. Man. Just going through these pictures, there's so many stories. Okay, this is with the purple hair. Same thing. I look a little happier, but it's still like, no. What do you want with me? What do you want with me? Baby Night Star. Jesus, that was pre Night Star. That was before I even had the gamertag Night Star because I think that art is when I got the name. But everyone had cool names like for their gamer tags. So like my brother, he got Rooster from he had a mohawk for the longest time growing up that he would always dye red, and so he got the nickname Rooster. My mom, Whittle Girl, her maiden name was Whittle, so that's how she got that. And then my biological dad was Dragon Keeper. I don't know how he got that, but they all had super cool usernames for like Xbox Live and stuff, and I wanted to be cool. So I remember like when we lived at the Stonegate Apartments, we had an elliptical in our backyard, and the way the apartment was set up is like you'd walk through the door and you'd be in the living room. Straight ahead was the dining room and the kitchen. There was a hallway that went left, and then there was a door that went right. If you went right, you'd have my mom's bedroom, her walk-in closet, her vanity, and her bathroom. If you went left and then left again, you would be in my bedroom. In front of my bedroom was a laundry room, and then to the left was another bathroom. But on attached to my bedroom and my mom's bedroom were little patio places with storage units. So the elliptical went in on my patio for storage because it had a cover, and when it would rain, my mom didn't want to get damaged. So I would go up there and I would sit on the handlebars of the elliptical at night, because this was also back when I was first diagnosed with depression and I was still trying to figure all that stuff out. But I would just go sit there up on those handlebars for hours just staring up at the stars. And one night I was like, you know what? Night Star's a cool gamer tag. I'm gonna be Night Star. There's not really much sentiment that went into it. It's just like, that sounds cool. Let's do it. Fun fact, I really loved living there because like I would hang out on the elliptical, just sit up there, or I'd go across the street to the baseball diamond and I would just lay in the field and stare up at the clouds all day. Or if it was summer, I would head over to the pool or the gym. There was so much for me to do in that apartment. And then from there, we moved into a house. And we lived there. I have never lived anywhere in my life longer than 3 years. Every 3 years, something happens, and I have to vacate whatever home I'm in at the time. So I've moved a lot in my life. And now I'm actually coming up on 2 years here. It'll be 2 years in February. And I'm thinking I'm going to break the cycle. Or I'm not going to break the cycle. Like, I need out of this apartment. I need to move closer to work or Texas, if I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong, I love it here. Just, I have cleaned my apartment every day for a month. Top down, sprayed it, disinfected everything, and still wood roaches everywhere. Drives me crazy. And the humidity. I hate the humidity so much. Let's see. What other fun stories can I think of to talk about? Oh, I loved military ball. Military ball was the best school dance I ever went to. And it wasn't even a school dance. It was put on by their JHTC students to test their leadership skills. Yeah, that military ball was so much better than any other school dance. Man, I miss my god sisters. I haven't seen them in a long time. Thanksgiving. Oh, there's a picture. Okay, let's see here. Also, when I was in JRTC, one of my favorite things was like on Saturdays sometimes you would have competitions against all the other JRTC high schools. And you do things like I usually participated in softball, tug of war, football, volleyball, and occasionally DNC, drill and ceremony. But that's usually like if I wasn't doing a competition, I was doing community service events. And that's one of the things I liked best about JRTC is like it was so much easier to find events for like community service events when I was in the program, because like it was required for your grade. So that meant that they had to provide you with the opportunities and you would just select from them. So then when I graduated, I was like, it is so much harder for me to find community service events now because I have to go out and I have to find it myself, and certain things require certain credentialing. And now that I live in Texas, it's even harder because, like, Thanksgiving, we used to volunteer at a soup kitchen every Thanksgiving. We'd get up at like 6 a.m. and we would volunteer until noon, 2 ish. And then after that, we'd go home, shower, clean up, and then we'd go out and have Thanksgiving dinner with the rest of my family. And my aunt Brandy was always the one that would host Thanksgiving because like they each had like their own little holidays that they like to host, or that they would host. So we would have Christmas Day was my grandma's. Christmas Eve was my Aunt Christie's, and we'd have Auntie Christmas, is what we called it. Thanksgiving was my Aunt Brandy's, and my mom never really had one, but the last couple years that we did it, it was kind of Halloween, and that was just mainly because like I finally got to be the chaperone, and I would take my cousins around without any adults to go trick or treating. Although that was some of the most anxious I have ever felt in my entire life because my aunt gave me time limits and routes, and I had to check in at certain times, and I had to be at a certain place by a certain time, otherwise we'd get in so much trouble. To be fair, this was the year before the clown killings were happening in Elk Grove, California. So the year that happened, we stopped trick or treating, and we just never went back to it, even though some of us were still young enough to do so. It just, it was terrifying. Everyone was so scared. I don't even remember, like, the stories just started to fade. The clown killing in Elk Grove just kind of started to fade into the background. And no, nothing really came from it, at least that I know of. The closest it ever got to my hometown was, I think, Stockton, but Stockton was full of badness. Like, my entire childhood, Stockton was like the Badlands of Lion King. Like, you don't go to Stockton ever unless you want to die. And yeah, no, I valued life too much for that. And oh, look at this cute bean. Okay, I don't know how old this one is, but I think that was a family friend's wedding I took this for. Back when I learned how to straighten my hair. Man, guys, I used to be cute. What happened? All the life's gone for me. Oh, and what? Here's something that could, like, I understand it, but apparently science camp isn't something they do all over the U.S. I thought it was, but maybe it's the California thing. So I went to science camp in 5th grade for that week. It was so much fun, and when I got in high school, a lot of us wanted to be counselors, and it was very hard to actually become one because everyone was signing up for it, and they only needed a handful. I signed up for it, was never told I was going to be it. 2 weeks before it happened, they're like, "Oh, someone dropped out. You want to?" I was like, "Yes, definitely." And so I went and had so much fun. And I actually just found a picture of me dressing up for one of the events at science camp as a counselor. And the cool thing about going back as a counselor is we got away with a lot more stuff than the kids did. So like we could eat candy. The kids could eat candy. We could have our phones. We could hang out when the kids were away. We could take longer showers. And there's so much like I was like, oh, wow, counselors got so much more enjoyment I think out of it than the kids did. Honestly, because to be fair, the kids were there to learn, and the counselors were there to just make sure the kids didn't hurt nobody. Oh, my blue hair! I miss my blue hair. I mean, it's kind of faded here, but I had blue hair for a very, very brief time, and the camera's not gonna pick up the color. Damn it. Because blue is my favorite color. If y'all don't know. Oh, that's my all-time favorite dress. I'm still in love with this dress that I wore to my senior year military ball. It was so pretty. But blue has been my favorite color for a very, very long time. And so I finally got a friend that helped me dye it to a proper blue color. And my drill sergeant was like, "No, this is not an acceptable hair color for being in formations." And he was right. Like, if I'm going to be in a formation, I need natural hair color, even if it's not my own, as long as it's natural. Because you don't want to stand out in formation, you want to blend in. So the first couple times we had one, I wore a wig, but that wig got so matted and destroyed so quickly that I just dyed my hair back to blonde, I think. Yeah, because this was the next picture I took in formation, and it's blonde. Oh, man, I miss that. Oh, good times, man. The only school dance I ever did go to, I went to two. I went to formal and prom. And one of those I had a date, but he was from another school, and the other I just went solo. And in my experience, going to those events, so much more fun solo. But military ball, you always kind of wanted to go with somebody that was already in the program, so you didn't have to bother with formalities with meeting all the battalion commanders. So only 1 year I went with with a person that wasn't in the JRTC program, and I had to introduce him to everybody, and I was like, yeah, never again will I bring somebody that's not already in JRTC, because if I'm the female, that makes me the date, even though we were both in the program. And I don't have to do any introductions, so that meant I got to keep my mouth shut. And I think we're running out of good memories. Oh, I say that as I stumble upon this picture. My 18th birthday party we did at this place called the Inflatable Water Park, and it was so much fun. We were so dead tired by the end of it. Like, we just went home. We picked up Five Guys, which is my favorite burger place at the time, and I just passed out. And I think I slept for the rest of the weekend. It was so, like, you had to pull yourself up onto the rafts, and there was like bouncy houses. There was diving boards you can jump off of. There was like anything you could think of for a bounce house was at this inflatable water park, and you had to swim out to it to get to it. So by the time you got over there to pull yourself out, you were already so freaking tired that it was so hard to do. Oh, I really miss my blonde hair. So many pictures of this are me with blonde hair. Look at this cutie patootie. I don't have a chin, but look at the cutie patootie with the blonde hair. Love it. Ah, the camera is making it look so much more orange than it is, and I don't know why the camera's been doing that lately, but oh man, my headache is just getting worse. So we're probably gonna wrap up here soon, but I'm still scrolling through Facebook looking at old pictures to see what other stories pop out. Oh, this is our Vegas trip, but that wasn't with my best friend. Back then. For our 21st, me and my ex-best friend, we were 6 days apart. And so my mom planned a nice little trip for us to Las Vegas. And we went to Vegas all the time because we had friends out there and it was close to where we lived. So why not? Ooh, look at this. This was the last year I ever went to military ball. Super edgy because my hair was super short. Camera. I love that dress. It had pockets. Dresses that have pockets give me hope in life, man. Oh, here's a picture of me with my adopted sister Rose. Can I find a picture where I'm not smiling like an idiot? Please? Please? Please and thank you? Well, I can't. So here's a picture of me smiling like an idiot with my beautiful sister Rose. I love her. She's the one that lives in Oregon. She's supposed to be making appearances on the streams this week, but at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, me and my brother in our signature. Every time, like, my family was big on taking family pictures, and you'd have all the kids and everything, but this was mine and my brother's signature poses for all our pictures. Like, we'd be back to back, and sometimes with our arms crossed. But yeah, that's our go-to pose. Me and my brother. What was I talking about now? I got distracted. I saw my brother and I missed him. There's some really cute pictures of my god sister, but I'm not gonna show her on stream just because she's still really young, and I don't. She hasn't given me consent. You guys have seen my brother on stream before, so it's all good. And my mom. This is my trip to Idaho. Anyway, I was talking about Vegas. So we went for our 21st, and we had this. I don't know what frame of mind we were in when we made these decisions, but like, we had this theory that if we went to Vegas as single virgin 21-year-olds, that we were gonna get hit on nonstop. So we decided to buy ourselves the cheapest looking rings off of Wish and pretend that we were married to each other the entire time we were there. No one bought it until me and her went into a store and we tried on lingerie for the first time, like, for Christmas that year to prepare. Like, before we went, we bought each other lingerie, but we'd never tried it on before, to wear while we were in Vegas. So Vegas came around, we were wearing lingerie for most of that, but we went and we tried it on together. We did like a little photo shoot with everybody, but when we came out, that's when my mom was like, I don't think you're straight, honey. And obviously it's not true. Because several things that we don't need to talk about right now. But some of our closest friends were, so we thought it would be super cool if we could have eventually been that way. But it never worked out that way, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we're both straight. At least I think she's still straight. I haven't talked to her in a couple years. That trip is actually where our friendship ended. It didn't part on good terms at first, but a couple months later we made up and just decided that it's healthier for us to not continue our friendship anymore. I still care about her. I love her to death, and she says the same about me. Oh, but she's doing good last I heard. Here is me and my mom at I think it was an 80s themed party. I went or I don't even remember now, but she went as Avril Lavigne and I went as Britney Spears. I still have that skirt. That's the only thing I still have from that picture. And my mom, those are my suspenders my mom is wearing. I never got those back. That's unfortunate. Oh, here is me and my mom practicing doing our makeup for Borderlands costume, that Halloween for a Halloween party. I was gonna be Lilith and she was gonna be Maya. I don't know if I have the actual pictures of us dressed up like that, but damn, it is the most disappointed I had ever been in a Halloween costume before because we basically handmade both of them. Our makeup really was the only thing that really kind of saved it, and then my aunt did the tattoos for us. But by the end, yeah, here's me in the Lilith costume. By the end of that night, I had sweated so much that the tattoos came off. I don't know if the camera can focus on that. I had a friend sew that together, and I just wore a red tank top underneath, but that's just a yellow shirt, and we got some like leather pads that he sewed on top. But oh, so disappointing. All these memories, man. Oh my gosh, here's a picture of my cat Tonks. I've talked about her on the stream so many times, but you guys have never actually seen her because she doesn't live with me. She lives with my mom. But this is my little Tonks. She's a little grumpy one. She's the one that ate a $100 bill and broke my damn heart. And then I just saw a picture of Snowflake. Where did it go? Snowflake passed away a year before I moved out here. You can see my little Hufflepuff banner in the background. That was a really sad day for me. I was at home. I was at work with my mom, and my sister Rose called and said snowflakes in the garage and a puddle of like black tarry like substance. So my mom went home and it turned out to be blood. Apparently a neighbor had taken a bat and beaten her. So by the time my mom got her to the vet, it was too late. So we just had to pay to put her down and had her cremated. It was very sad. But Tonks and Matt are both still alive and kicking. This is the last time me and my mom and my brother were all together. This picture here. And this is when he graduated from boot camp in Lackland, San Antonio. A couple years before I moved out here. Wow, man. I started doing so much more once I graduated high school. Yeah, see, look, here's another proof. For the year before my brother moved away, we went and we did a bunch of like a big photo shoot for my mom for her birthday, and that's our signature pose. We went to Knight's Ferry. God, it's so pretty. Man, oh man. I wish my sister, my adopted sister, could come to Thanksgiving. She was supposed to, but then she canceled because she couldn't get the time off work, and like as soon as she canceled, she got hurt at work, and so she had to have surgery. So now she can't work at all. But she can't come now because she doesn't have tickets. So that's unfortunate. I think we're officially coming out to no more memories because this is all Texas. And I've talked about these all on stream before since I've moved here. But I think this is a good spot to call the stream because we've been streaming for almost an hour and my headache just keeps getting worse. But I will be trying to stream tomorrow. I think I might try and stream Thursday, even though I don't usually stream on Thursday, just to make up for the lack that I'm not streaming. I am going to try and stream on Sunday too, but because I'm leaving on Tuesday, I want to completely clean up my apartment so when I come home the following Sunday, I don't have to worry about dirty messes or anything. Like, I always try before I go on a trip to completely clean a house or clean my house or apartment so that I can bomb it. I get little like I don't even know what it's called. I want to say I feel like they're called bombs. That's actually what they're called. They're insect repellent basically to help all that stuff. And you can't be in the house for 8 hours after you do that, and you can't have any pets in the house after you do that. So what I usually do is I take Teddy to the sitters, pack up all the stuff I need in my car, or in this case, it's just gonna be 2 bags, and I'm gonna Uber to the airport. And then I'll throw the bomb as I'm walking out of the house. So when I come back that following Sunday, it'll have already dissipated in the air. It'll be safe for us to be in here, and it'll take care of any rodents and stuff like that. So that's my plan. However, the execution's still a little fuzzy right now. I need to definitely deep clean. Because, like, my apartment's clean now, but I need to, like, clean the baseboards and the windows and then do the dusting of the higher places that I can't reach because I'm so freaking short. So that's fun to look forward to. But I am going to try and stream a little bit more this week just because I'm going to be gone next week. But I don't know how it's actually going to work out because, as you guys can tell, like, we didn't play anything tonight because I'm dead tired. Like, even just talking, I'm exhausted. My head hurts. And I ran out of topics so much faster. And on the way driving home from work, I had thought of so many things to talk about on this stream, and I can't remember a single one of them. I don't even know if we talked about any of them. I've also been talking for almost an hour straight, which is so unlike me. Usually, with games at least, there's a pause for like a scene or something. So, this has been fun, but I'm gonna go take some Advil and go to bed because damn, does my head hurt. Even though it's only 6:30. Maybe I'll just lay in bed, not actually go to sleep yet. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!